Name is Quentin. I'm a mountain bike trials rider. Trials is basically a sport where we use a mountain bike specialized to climb over man-made and natural obstacles. Basically a trials bike is it's a bit different to a normal bike where it doesn't have a seat. The frame is a lot smaller, more sleek. It's designed to be as light as possible but yet as strong as possible. So we use hydraulic brakes which grip onto the rim of the bike, not onto the discs or anything like that. That's so that if you slip off a rock, you don't bash your brakes broken. The bike's pedals is much higher off the ground to a normal bike, so your center of gravity is more over the back wheel when you're on your back wheel. The front wheel is built as light as possible, so there's no suspension on the bikes. It's just a rigid bike with really thick tires. It's an international sport and it's got world championships, the UCI World Championships, which is held during the course of the year. So the basic rules of the sport is nothing may touch any obstacle except for your bike's tires. So if you are climbing through obstacles, for example rocks, and it's too difficult for you, you're allowed 5 dabs, which are called dabs, is contact with the ground 5 times within a section. So the idea is to, wherever you put your foot, you keep it on that spot, you pull yourself up the obstacle and then you basically move on to the next section. So we basically get tested into 2 categories. One is natural and one is man-made. The natural will be rocks, tree stumps, fallen over trees, sand, mud, that kind of terrain. And then the man-made obstacles will be pallets, concrete blocks, walls, all the kind of things that we'll just assemble ourselves in a sense. So we practice a lot on the rocks by the sea. It's a lot harder because the terrain is always changing. The most important thing in the sport to get into it is starting with balance. Balance is the key to everything in the sport. So the better your balance, the better you're going to ride. Your techniques and stuff you learn as you go along, but your balance is the start. So you would focus on track standing, that's what we call it, where you stand on your bike, you turn your handlebar to the left or the right, and you basically play with your brakes and you just try and get your balancing point, and that's what you work off. So you get 3 wheel sizes on the bikes. It's not relevant to your age or your height or your strength, but basically what we do is a 20-inch and a 26-inch wheels are used mostly for rocks, natural stuff, where the 24-inch wheel size is used more for street-orientated stuff. If you're very small and young and you don't have the strength yet, I recommend starting on a 20-inch bike. They're nice and light and agile. There's no groups or clubs in this sport. It's a very specialized sport. If any of you watching this would like to get hold of us, you can go on Facebook. There's a page called TTM, capital letters, and you can get hold of us via that.